Hey, this is James. Well, this is a continuation onto my, I started my guitar video, and I just got done editing it, and it was from a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I said I wasn't going to go out and buy a new guitar. Guess what I did? Got myself a Takamine. It's a GN 30CN, and it's used. Got it at Musical Round, great place. My old Signa that I was playing, basically the back, forget the name of this, was coming off, and it was starting to bend up there, and so I could play first position okay. But as soon as I get it down here, I could tell it was out of tune, and it was driving me nuts because it was just a little sharp or flat, and I wanted a new guitar. So I had gone in there, looked at a cool Fender acoustic, middle of the road, knew it was like a $600 guitar, and they had it for two something. And I came home, researched it, did some work on Saturday, came back in all excited to get it, and I go into the guitar room and there's this dude playing it. And I was like, no way. And he's rattling off Green Day on the thing, and he's just doing it, and I'm going around like, great, now I don't know what to get. And I go play another guitar, I forget what it was, and I'm just picking away, not very good, and this guy's just jamming it on this guitar, and then he leaves, and I'm like, is he going to buy it? And I'm looking, and then he comes back in, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he leaves, and I see him check out, and I was like, oh, geez. So I had my heart set on that guitar after I did the research on it, and but then I was going through, and I picked this next one up, the second guitar, this Takamine. No research on it, but I started playing. I tuned it because it's slightly out of tune, and man, I was like, this thing is awesome. This is $100 more, and it was about $340 for it. I don't know if I overpaid or not. I ended up coming with this one ding on it, which bums me out, and I don't think it was there before I bought it. And I also picked up a case, and it was out of my hands for a little bit, so I don't know if it got dinged by the staff. I hope not, but if it did, I almost took it back because I was really bummed. I mean, it's a really bad ding, but it doesn't affect. I don't think it affects. It still sounds good to me, and it just affects the looks of it. But I have plans, so a future video of a quick fix to get me by. It's a good guitar. It's not a collector's item by any means. As I've done more research, they used to rip off Gibson, I guess, and now it's owned by somebody else. I forget who it is. And it used to be made in Japan, but now it is beautifully handcrafted in China, like everything else. But it really sounds good. I mean, it's just there's a really good sound to it. And very happy. So I got it out of my system. I still have this Fender Strat that I'm going to treat myself to as I get further down the road. And I've been spending many hours, just really going through, working on chord changes right now. That's the hardest thing. Just simple. I'm using the app, the Fender app still, which is cool to play a lot of songs. Like they just had the Buffalo Springs protest song, and they're working on having you change from E to A quickly, and then to D, and that's the major chords in the Buffalo Springfield song. And it's just like, I can hear it in my head, but I can't, I just can't get the old fingers going quick enough, so I'm just playing really slow. You know, I busted on some new music that my kids were playing, but then my one kid started playing this thing by this rapper 24K, and it has a really cool guitar riff in it, or 24K. I found the guitar tabs for it, and it's like the City of Angels, I think. You know, and it plays a bar chord, but it's real simple, where so still they're just sliding down these three notes in 4 bars, and you can see how bad I am on playing, and then it goes back up 1, and I forget what these notes are called, but it's basically has a rhythm to it. So I've been practicing that, you know, and it has the same, it's just over and over and over again. And you know, they had us go through some Stone Temple Pilots, which basically is the chromatic, has a chromatic part in it, meaning that it's going down the chords. And so, yeah, I've been actually spending a lot of time, you know, understanding the fretboard and how the notes are laid out, and you know, the 12 notes in the scale, and how that works, and kind of, you know, screwing around with the cage system, but I don't totally have it figured out when they start going further down the fretboard and, you know, doing these different shapes. You know, pick up a capo, because I still listen to a bunch of country when I'm working, and Niko has Nothing, It's Like a Good Time, really great guitar song. And you know, so I went up and, you know, had Niko playing, and, you know, you put basically you're playing I think it's an A shape and a G shape, or is it A, I think, or an A minor shape and a G shape, and then you have the capo on 3, which basically moving the note up there, I guess. So and so, you know, I went and downloaded another app, and where, you know, there's chords and tabs and lots of songs in there, and so I've been messing around with that, and, you know, even went and tried to, you know, do some Lola acoustic from Clapton, and that, oh man, that's just funny. I can't even make that first chord here to get this finger to bend all the way to across there, kind of like how when you're doing an A and stuff. So that's where I'm at. I'm coming along. Too nervous to play on more than I just have. You know, the Stone Temple Pilots, I was going off on that for a second, but as you can see, I'm missing the chords when I'm plucking away on that one. But that's like an example of, you know, the bassist, I think, who wrote most of that music, is actually a great guitar player. But yeah, he you know, getting back into Stone Temple Pilots, because after I was, you know, messing around, I was like, wow, they got some awesome guitar licks in there and stuff. So that's it for now. We'll see what other goodies I get and how long I progress. Maybe I'll throw something out there, but anyway, that's my journey so far. Got me a new baby to play with, and I love it. A couple hours a day. Catch you all next time.